Hello and welcome to another triple product comparison from Longhorn Tactical. Today I wanted to compare flashlights from Fenix, Nitecore, and Olight that are marketed towards EDC and are fairly recent additions to their respective brands. The Fenix E28R, the Nitecore MH10S, and the Olight Warrior Mini 2. These lights share a few commonalities. For one, they are all USB rechargeable, an attribute I personally find indispensable. Additionally, these three lights all have the capability to tail stand. They come with standard EDC fare such as pocket clips, lanyards. This one even comes with a carabiner style clip ring. And I specifically chose these lights with similar beam profiles and brightnesses for a comparable lighting comparison. All of these lights are also rated IPXA waterproof, so they are submersible up to 2 meters, which provides security against rain, splashing, dropping it occasionally in a puddle or so. They all have 5 brightness modes, and finally, they all have side switches for operation. First, let's start with the Fenix E28R. The Fenix E28R is the runt of the litter, so if portability is of your greatest concern, this is the one I would recommend. The max brightness is 1500 lumen, and the max beam throw is 218 yards. It comes with 5 brightness levels that are fairly evenly distributed and provide excellent coverage for most lighting requirements one might encounter. You can even hold the side switch for strobe mode. Here, when you see all of the lenses side by side, the E28R has the shallowest reflector and an ever so subtle frosted effect on the lens, which helps diffuse the light more so than the other two. The E28R is USB-C rechargeable and has a nice, thin USB-C port cover, which I personally enjoy because it is very flush with the body of the flashlight and doesn't break any of the lines. Furthermore, it comes with an included 3400 mAh 18650 battery. And so, the final take on the E28R is that it has great little copper accents on the side switch and the bezel. The overall simple design, which is very compact and easy to handle. It's excellent thus for portability and usability, and is a great all-around EDC flashlight to have on hand. Next is the Nitecore MH10S. The MH10S is the largest of the bunch, because while the other two use 18650 batteries, the MH10S comes with a 21700 battery. I think Nitecore has grown quite fond of the 21700 battery because it has been quite some time since they released an 18650 oriented EDC flashlight. The max brightness is 1800 lumen, and the max beam throw is 321 yards, which is over 100 more than the Fenix. You can see the reason for that here in the side-by-side view of the lens. The MH10S has a much deeper parabolic reflector, which is optimized for throw. It also comes with 5 brightness levels that are fairly evenly distributed, and has a true ultra-low at 1 lumen. I know there are some flashlight enthusiasts that are quite particular about this setting. Additionally, it has 3 auxiliary modes, SOS, beacon, and strobe. The MH10S is also USB-C rechargeable and has its port perpendicular to the body of the flashlight, and protected with this rubber charging port cover. So the final take on the MH10S is it has the most industrial look with its all-black aesthetic and pronounced radiative heat sinks. It provides the biggest battery, longer run times, and longest beam throw, and all of that at the sacrifice of a larger overall profile. Yet it is still fairly easy to handle, and an excellent choice for EDC. Finally, the Warrior Mini 2. The Warrior Mini 2 stands out with its reflective blue accents typical of Olight flashlights. It's stylish yet rugged with the most aggressive texturing on the knurling compared to the Fenix or Nitecore. It also has 5 brightness levels, including the all-important 1 lumen ultra low. But what makes this most unique out of the bunch that I have in front of me is the inclusion of a tail switch for instant mid and instant turbo. Whereas the other two, a method of accessing turbo would be utilizing the mode memory, so turning it off on turbo and reactivating it on turbo. But this one, it's nice having that instant turbo switch, which is the full depress on the tail switch for quick access. However, the Warrior Mini 2 is also lacking in that it does not have any auxiliary modes to take advantage of the tail switch side switch setup. One would surmise that with the inclusion of a tail switch, at the very least, strobe would have been an excellent candidate. Here is the side-by-side lens profile, where you can see that the Warrior Mini 2 has a reflector that is slightly deeper than the Fenix, but shallower than the Nitecore. The small occluded portion is not an imperfection. It is actually a proximity sensor, which lowers the brightness when it senses an obstruction to prevent unnecessary battery drain and increase safety and stability. The Warrior Mini 2, with its familiar metal tail switch, comes with Olight's magnetic charging cable, which is a standard USB-A on one side, and the other end snaps onto the tail cap, magnetically charging the 18650 battery inside. So the final take on the Warrior Mini 2. A very nice slim profile with stylish blue accents. Feels great in hand with the aggressive texturing. The added tail switch for the instant turbo is also a plus, but the lack of strobe leaves one wanting. And that concludes the triple product comparison breakdown between the Fenix E28R, the Nitecore MH10S, and the Olight Warrior Mini 2. 3 USB rechargeable EDC lights, each with their unique benefits, differences, specializations, and optimizations. It's all for you to decide. The E28R, MH10S, and Warrior Mini 2 are all available at longhorntactical.com. If you have enjoyed this video, or think I'm a big dumb fart, please leave a comment or suggestion below. If you would like to stay up to date on future product releases from brands such as Fenix, Nitecore, Olight, and more, sales announcements, and all things flashlight related, please consider subscribing to the Longhorn Tactical YouTube channel. And thank you.